Hi, Dav here, and today we have a new episode in the art review series, and today we'll be checking out the work of SB898989. So it looks like they're based in China, but their character over here is Korean. I think it's Korean, so I'm not sure. Regardless, I will link this artist in the description below. But I did find their work, I believe it was through Pinterest first, and it was specifically this piece over here. This piece has been shared so many times on on Pinterest. So I'm glad that I was able to, I found I guess their name or something, and then it linked to this X/Twitter page. Oh, this one too has been very recent. I think it's from a game like Zen Zero or something. Let me just zoom in here. Can we zoom in? Oh my god. I do like how they're leaving in some of those, I guess their initial sketches or line work. Sometimes it does disappear because obviously they're going to be painting over it, but I do like the way they leave it in. You will see it even, especially in the silhouette. You do see it a little bit, for example, for this ribbon thing or for this tie thing. You do see a little bit of the line work, but it's more colored or painted over. Not painted, sorry, not painted over. It's not black basically. Right? Look at that. Now, by the way, when they do their knuckles, or hands rather, they do adding the bone structure a little bit. So you will see more of a blocky shape whenever they do the bonier parts of the fingers. Even the elbows have that sort of sharpness to it, that blockiness to it, right? Even when it comes to this muscle over here in your forearms. So I find that interesting. The way you do anatomy is also going to be a part of your style here, but yeah, look at that. What's their name? RHR? But anyway, it looks great, right? So the back leg doesn't have as much rendering. The one in light does, or the one closest to us does have a little bit. I do see a bit of that Terminator line going on, like in the edge. It has a bit of that color, that orange sort of reddish color. So that's pretty cool. So let me just go to the top. Oh my god, look at those. Jesus. By the way, it's not that big in I've seen the trailer for the game, but obviously they like to emphasize certain things over here, right? Oh, the hair looks great. In fact, it's hard to see the lines when it comes to the hair. It's a bit more finished or polished. You do see her rat ears over here. Pretty cool. Oh my god. So definitely, if you like that, you will see a lot more of that in their portfolio. Let's look at the more recent stuff maybe. Oh, this one's too much. Let me just skip it for a while. How about this dude? Oh my god. Kawaii, he's hot. Oh wow. Look at the folds. Reminds me of one of those those South Korean artists from I think from that one school or something. They really go in the folds and they're not afraid to render it and spend time rendering these sort of things. So it kind of reminds me of that. But again, look at the forearm, look at the hands. It's a bit more blocky. It's not as triangular, maybe in some parts, but you do see more of that square edge sometimes, that blocky kind of look. I do like the way they render or illustrate the knuckles. They show it not via line work, but via value. They add this sort of Terminator line over here to help sort of define where the edge is, right? Look at that. So he's kind of wiping something off of his mouth. I wonder why. Oh no! Okay, let's stop. Let's look at more stuff because they have a lot of different characters. I think I refound their work via this one. Let me just zoom in here. So it's more of a close-up. Again, look at the way the hands are done. It's so nice to look at. And their bodies have a little bit of muscularity. If you look at the forearms over here, look at, the biceps. Oh, look at that. There you go. Looks so aggressive, right? They kind of mean I'm gonna come at you, right? Look at this. Santa Maria. Oh, and they have even look at the nails. It's not pointy to the end like a claw. It's like a square tip. So it's a very common thing, I guess, in their anatomy or the way they do bodies. Obviously, aside from the humongous thing going. Oh, even the ears. They do have a bit of that blocky look. Very interesting. And that blockiness is sort of complemented by like the sort of curviness of like the facial features, the chest, and maybe the lower like I don't know thighs maybe. Very interesting. Like oh this is oh let me just scroll down further. Yeah, I've shown this already, but yeah. Oh, it's so good. Is there texture? I think if you go back to the guy, you do see the round brush like on the incompleted or the incomplete part. So I guess they're just using basic brushes. Let me just find other images. Maybe there's more. Oh, look at this. Very interesting. Oh, so I'm not sure where okay, it says it's from RI. I'm not sure what RI means. So this could be like fan art, but yeah, I don't see much texture here. So they could just be using like a basic round brush. But look at these folds over here. Look at that. Oh my god. Damn, they're kind of So let's just we have to explore because there's so much more to see over here. Look at that. Right. And what's this? Let me just check this one out. Again with the fingers, kind of knuckly, kind of blocky, square-ish. But as you focus more on the thighs, the torso, the midsection, the face, it does get a lot more curvier. And obviously the hair too, right? We do have a bit of a dog here, or some kind of cat, a wolf cat. Essentially a furry. Look at that. Oh no. I'm not really into furries, but you know, I'm open-minded. Oh my god. Look at oh, it's too much. But is it? Oh my god. Again with the line work, it's not even like an inked thing, right? You can still see that sort of sketchy. It's somewhat loose in the outer like silhouette. And look at the elbows. Even if she's wearing some kind of like sleeve or arm sleeves, you can still see that sort of triangular, square-ish like forearm showing through. With her hand, you can still see the knuckles. Even the bony parts of her like fingers. And again with the nails, it's squared off in the tips. I like the hair too. There's a bit of gradient as you go further down. It does get darker. Oh, I do like the effects of the scarf and the bra. It's like a shiny, silky effect. It could be some kind of brush, and then they added like some soft brushes with some like color dodge or soft light or overlay maybe to play with the glitter sort of lighting. And obviously, look at those. Oh my god. Jesus. This one's kind of, look at the line work. It's so loose, right? It's not even line work. It's like the sketch, and then they painted it, but they just left the initial sort of sketch in. Now, if you zoom out, it's kind of it's even hard to see like the original sketch, right? Like they could just remove or hide the pencils, and it would still work. And I don't want to. It's too risky because I don't even think it has. I'm not. It's too risky. Oh, I like this one. So this one's kind of like a cop. Look at those legs. Again, look at the calves and the thighs. Look at how triangular it is. It reminds me a little bit of the anatomy of Kale. Kale Mu. He's a comic artist. Very like sharp, jaggedy sort of shapes being used. But look at that. So obviously she's running some kind of officer cop thing on the run, on the move, trying to capture the suspect. Look at those ripped jeans. Right, pretty hot. There you go. Look at this one. Damn, it's loading and taking a while. Come on, dude, show up. Okay, I'm gonna click it. What if I do this again? Oh my god. You know what? I'm gonna click it. There you go. Look at those toes. Grippers, right? Like they're so long. You know, it's almost as if they're designed to grip on something. Jeez, oh my god. I do like the design. It looks kind of samurai-ish. Let me just zoom in over here. Like obviously the mask is a dead giveaway, and this thing over here, you see this a lot with like samurai armor. I'm not sure what it's supposed to mean, but this mask, you would expect it to be on her face, but it's actually a part of her armor or shoulder armor in a way. And again, look at those hands looking. Oh, some scars. So she's, oh, even her eye, it's kind of crossed out here. So she has been kind of, she's a fighter basically. But again, if you look at the rendering, do you see textures? I do see a rake brush, I think. But that's the only kind of special thing being used. Everything else, I don't even think it's a rake brush. Maybe it's just like a bunch of like line work or like dashy lion decker types of lines. And you can still see like the sketch. The line work is still like the rough sort of drawing slash sketch. But if you zoom out, it's almost like hard to see. Like it's pretty much finished. So I do like this look. Again, the squared off nails, the blocky knuckles or anatomy. Look at the rendering here. It's so realistic. Look at that. Oh no. Come on. Even the knees look kind of squarish, right? Very blocky-ish. It's a very like fat, thick ass. Sorry, thick thigh. Thick thigh. Again, I love the hands for some reason. Oh, again, do you see that? Within, inside the lines inside, like the main silhouette, it's in color, but the lines, the further it goes out, the darker it is or the blacker it gets, right? So in a way, there's sort of like a hierarchy of darkness or value when it comes to the lines. It's not a full line work, meaning it's like super tight. It still feels kind of like a sketch. For example, you see this sort of extra line over here, a rough sort of guideline for the thumb or where the thumb is supposed to like come out. But it's, yeah, it looks good. Let's go further. Oh, look at the, oh, there you go. That's it. Oh my god. Jeez. It's perfect. There's so much to look at here. I'm so, you know, sometimes you just see artists that you go, oh, I am so glad to have found this artist because, like, once you see something, like, there's no going back. The downside is you will, like, when you look at your own art, you're gonna be, oh my god, I can't even keep up. But the upside is, like, you have like a new sort of standard that you can like aim towards, right? So there's like a give and take sort of thing happening. So this is more of a modern attire. Oh, what's the, oh, look at the demon chick. Oh, it's a full high resolution image. Again, look at the line work, very loose, very gestural. So she's some kind of elf or demon. So I guess she dropped her like cape or something. It looks like some kind of like mask, cape, robe thing. Oh, their hair is so long too. Oh, look at that. I love the lighting. Look at how this is a soft edge. So perhaps they use like a mixing brush or a blending brush or something, or a soft brush. But look at how there's no texture. It's just like a plain round brush, complemented with some blending slash soft brushes, and then that's pretty much it. But look at how much you can go with this kind of simple approach. I know it looks like in theory it's very simple, but not many people can do this. So if you want a good example of how it's done, you gotta check out. Oh, now this one, the line work is it's a lot more sketchy. Look at that. Do you see a lot of that texture? Or it could be even like the brush spacing. Look at that. And they're very good with the lighting effect. That realistic lighting. They're adding a bit of that Terminator line. And they know when something has to be like a hard edge or a soft edge. So I guess because this is a cast shadow, it's gonna be more sharp. But this is more of it's a kind of shadow that goes around like a round thing, so it's gonna be a bit more dispersed, I guess. That's my kind of basic rough understanding of it, but oh my god. Yeah, if you look at their line work, it's kind of gestural too, right? with a hint of like blocky squariness, very apparent in like the arms and the fingers or hands. Oh my god, Jesus! Wow! Oh look! Oh my god! This is freaking awesome. Oh, so she's like two-faced. Very interesting. So this is her like hidden face. She's kind of like a witch. I'm assuming it's kind of like a witch. Oh, strong Melisandre vibes. I think this is from Game of Thrones. Like the old version of her. Like she's basically so old apparently, but she's she's a witch, so she has like some kind of ritual to keep herself young. So this is how she presents herself in public. But once she drops that mask, that robe, I mean, it looks so alluring, right? Like it's so inviting to like, oh no, very seductive. But once you see it, like, yeah, she's gonna eat you alive, bro, and she's gonna use you to sustain herself essentially, right? And it's a kind of storytelling where you need, in a way, it's like a comic thing, right? Like, because you need to click next. Because right now you're just saying, oh, she's kind of hot, but once you click next, like, oh, like now there's some kind of context. Now there's some kind of narrative going on. Like this, in a way, this is considered like a sequential art because you're seeing this in like it works via a sequence. It's not just a one shot kind of thing, you know. So the art is not the actual. Yeah, the illustration is part of it, right? The design and everything, but it's also like the story. Look at that. Kawaii. Jeez. So yeah, that's it for this art review of SB. Is it SB? I forgot their name. SB something. Yeah, check out their work. They have so much to offer. And there's just so much to look at, and it's very enjoyable. I love seeing, and I do recommend you head over to their X page / Twitter page, so you can zoom in, really dive in, and explore their bountiful work. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.